The skeleton wears what appears to be ancient priest robes, heavy and ornate. It carries a large, impressive staff which is capped with intricately carved horns, dangling pendants, and a gilded skull. Greetings. The skeleton, its eyes aglow like two burning embers, looks you over, but makes no reply. Are you Hargrim? It nods solemnly, the pendant suspended from its staff tinkling softly. There is something disquieting about its silent, piercing gaze. I had some questions. It motions for you to proceed. Why have I been made a prisoner? 'Tis the will of the Silent King. The living who are caught here are made to languish in his halls until they join the quiet ones. Tell me of the Silent King. Our Lord and Vision, he who makes the law and protects us. Thou would do well to start no trouble here, stranger, for the Silent King's eye is everywhere, and his justice swift. Why is he called the Silent King? He speaks no more than necessary to guide us. Praise to the Silent King. May I speak with him? It holds up a bony palm, with a creaking groan and a puff of dust, its jaws open to speak. No. Its voice, deep and resonant, echoes for a long while in the vaulted chambers. But why not? Its voice booms throughout the chamber. No living creature may pass the doors that lead to his throne room, nor would I allow thee an audience, even if such a thing were possible. Thou shalt not see him. Let's not threaten him, probably. That's not worked out well for us in the past. I had some questions, then. Where am I? It gestures all around you. Within the borders of the dead nations, the Hall of the Silent King. Tell me, I've talked about that. What are you doing here? It indicates its staff and robes. I am called Hargrim. I am the high priest of the citizens here. I spread the word of the Silent King to his followers. How did you come to be here? I passed away long ago and found that beyond death lies only oblivion. Fortunately, I was able to step back at the last moments from the brink. Step back? Yes, I awoke here. I wandered the catacombs for untold days before stumbling into the throne of my lord, the Silent King. He spoke to me, and from the fated meeting the dead nations was born. You mentioned followers. Who else is here? We the skeletons, other undead, zombies and ghouls. There were once shadows, but they have long since fled. Sometimes one of the living spends the last of its days here. Also, far to the east lies many cranium rats. Yeah, I found those. Tell me of your kind. We tend to the quiet ones, the true dead, and obey the word of the Silent King. Our work here has gone on for centuries. Who else inhabits this place? Tell me of the other undead. It breathes out in reply in a cloud of stale dust. Who? The zombies. They serve the Silent King and the dead nations as laborers. They work beneath the guidance of Stale Mary, the most intelligent and wisest among them. Tell me about Stale Mary. She is the most intelligent of what some call the Rotting Herd, those zombies which populate the dead nation. Unlike many of us, her heart did not depart at the moment of death. That is as much as can be said. Tell me of the Rotting Herd. They serve the Silent King and the dead nations as laborers. They've already asked that. God. Who else inhabits this place? Other undead. The ghouls. I do not trust them or their matriarch, Akast. They watch us with hungry eyes and would doubtless devour us all if our numbers and the word of the Silent King were not a shield against them. It pauses as if thinking. Go on.
Updated my journal.
They are forever ravenous. Without us holding them in check, they would run rampant in the buried village and the warrens of the cranium rats killing all, then return to devour all that is here. Tell me about Akast. She is the matriarch of the ghoul packs that has come to our halls. She is strong and extremely cunning. Let's see, tell about something else. Tell me about Soiko. He tries to convince us to give up this pretense of life, as he calls it, and pass into the true death. He claims that it is our passions that anchor us to this life, and we must let go of them and our duty. He wants us to die.
Updated my journal.
Some listen to his words, but none have chosen to surrender themselves to his beliefs. Those that did would be forever silenced. Our numbers would dwindle, and all that we would have here would be destroyed for what surrounds us. Suigo must believe he is doing right, but is, in truth, causing great harm. Why do you allow him to stay? We do not force him to leave. He knows we cannot harm him. The dead truce, no undead may injure a dustman unless first attacked. Also, the Silent King wishes no slaughter in his halls. Ask something else. Trying to find out, go back to talking about the other people here. Well, things here. Ah, the rats. Here we go, some of the rats. They're a hive-brained vermin who once came here in great numbers, feeding upon the corpses in our care. The ghouls have, for the most part, driven them back. They no longer leave their warrens to the east of here. Do they have any weaknesses?
Updated my journal.
Their strength is in gathered numbers. If one were to find and slay small, separated groups, the stronger packs would slowly lose power. In the rat warrens to the east, for instance, they are very powerful. Brained vermin killed in the hive above might weaken them here, though. Brained vermin killed in the hive above. I had some other questions. Who inhabits this place? Other undead. What of the shadows? We know not. It may be that they wander elsewhere. We rarely leave this place. He pauses, if unsure whether to go on. Once many shadows dwelled among us, but they came to our halls no more. They left long ago, and we know not where they went. Some say they wander the plains. They wander the plains.
Updated my journal.
I asked about it once. Mary says that she had seen their fate in the visions. She claims that they have all been drawn to wrecked fortress that drifts within the negative material plane, a graveyard of regrets for which they cannot escape. A fortress on the negative material plane? Yes, the skeleton priest shakes its head. Sheer foolishness. Why? The plane is a place where all of the energies that fill the hollows of the undead have their source. When life leaves us, there is a chance, through magic and passion, and perhaps other things, that this energy may fill the hollow space, giving us an empty life. I fail to see how anything could exist there, however. I think we've covered most of the undead. Yeah, other questions. Why have I been made a prisoner? Oh, yeah, I asked that already. Quiet ones. The true dead. We've already asked that. Could the Silent King be convinced to free me?
My journal.
After a short silence, jaws creak open. 'Tis doubtful, but perhaps mysterious are the ways of the Silent King. Yeah, speak with him. He's just going to say no. But I need his permission to leave. No, by the power of the Silent King, thou shalt not leave this place. What can I do to convince you? Firstly, I would know why thou art here. I'm looking for something, a small bronze sphere. It shakes its head. I have seen no such thing. Why dost thou seek this place? For a man named Farad. The skeleton draws back. It looks up and away, as if peering at the surface. Blood still beats in his back. His black worm-ridden heart, that wheezing sack of flesh, still sends his pack into our homes to raid and pillage. He faces you once more. Thou were wrong to come here. We tolerate no such desecrators within our borders. But I'm not of his pack. Why, then, art thou here, invading our homes on a fetch and carry for that miserable soul? I'm finding the sphere for him in return for information I need. There is no other loyalty between us. It looks you over, carefully, tapping its chin with a bony finger. Thou do not seem the sort to follow such a man. Perhaps you speak the truth. Perhaps present here is tolerable. Good. I had a few other questions. Wow. Let's see. Let me ask you of someone in particular. I've already done that. Other questions. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere? I think you already said that. We're in need of healing. Could you help us? No. Were thou not a prisoner here awaiting thy death, the answer might be different. I'm trying to get to the point where I can talk to him. See, he asks why I want to talk to him, but then I tell him, but then that conversation tree ends. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so now he said something different. That's kind of weird. Prove to the dead nations that thou means it no harms. Act of goodwill. Perhaps then I shall take thy petition to the silent king. I could tell the dustmen that Farad is selling them corpses he stole here. I'm certain they'd stop Farad. I am sure thou can see the problems inherent in thine offer. We cannot allow thee to leave simply in the hopes that thou would do such a thing. Is there some task I could perform for you?
My journal.
Yes, perhaps. Occasionally the ghouls will miss small packs of well-hidden cranium rats that have come to spy here. Shouldn't thou come across any, be sure to slay them. Tell me about the cranium rats. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, that should be pretty much it. So now I need to find these damn cranium rats. Does this, my journal, tell me... Oops. Tell me where I can find... Oh, damn it. Now I want to... Quest, there we go. Is there one about the rats? Find Craddock. Well, this I have found out. Looking at the matter of them seeing The Walking Dead. The Bronze Sphere. Seek out and slay any cranium rats in the dead nations. Alright, so...
Done.
Luckily, well, that means here, luckily, so I don't have to go up.
Done.
So that explains why they were completely
gone.
devastating me
Done.
before. Was, if I could get them by themselves, I could kill them pretty easy. But then once they started bunching up, you just need to run the hell away.
Done.
Apparently. This door is locked.
Failed.
Oops. Oops, again.
Failed. 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 Failed.
I don't know if
Failed.
we can actually break this,
Failed.
probably.
Failed.
Alright, fine. Failed. Failed.
Failed.
Let's try it a few times.
Failed. Failed.
Nope. Okay.
All right.
Let's find us some rats.
I'm gone.
Find us some dirty cranium
Done.
rats to kill.
I'm gone.
What does that say? Knifed ghoul?
All right. All right.
The ghoul's face has a great gash across it, and one of its eyes has been destroyed entirely. Despite the relative freshness of the wound, it seems to cause the foul-smelling creature no pain or discomfort. You notice a grimy knife tucked into its waistband. The letters Ur are carved into its handle. Greetings. The ghoul narrows his eyes and snarls at you, its tongue no less than 2 hands long. I have some questions for you. Calm yourself and answer my questions. The ghoul hisses at you. Silence, meat. No talk. I no listen to meat thing. I hear only your heart. Blood in your meat veins. Sweet, delicious blood. Tasty, rich heart meat. No talk. I need that knife. Could I have that knife you've got tucked in your belt? The ghoul looks down at the knife, scratching its head as if wondering how it got there. Finally, it looks up and gives you a sly, toothy grin. Meat want knife? Meat make trade, yes? I could give you copper. The ghoul shakes its head, then points to its mouth. No, food, meat, yes. Its long gray tongue lolls out of its as it slavers messily. I'll be back if I find something to eat.
Updated my journal.
Damn it, I need to find meat. 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 Trying to find the dark areas. This is an iron hinged lid that opens to a small coffin area.
I'm gone.
Come on, rats, where you at? Thought that was a wall. It's also hard to tell sometimes the difference between a wall and a floor. Oh, Jesus.
I'm gone.
Not. Whoa, hey. This massive skeleton, far larger than an ordinary human, wears ornate bronze armor engraved with elaborate symbols. As you approach it, it looks down at you briefly, then away again. Greetings. Greetings, living, and the thing's voice booms. I stand here as a royal god of his lord and majesty, the silent king. I must ask that you do not distract me from my task with questions. Could you at least tell me who you are, or were? I am Death, and it was as I was in life, one of the 99 sons of the Western Mountains, fathered when the member of Amar was severed and cast down upon the face of Aether. Honor-bound to defend our queen, we were lost to this world when ours, and Our Lady with it, was destroyed by an angry godling, a brother to Amar. Many of our number roam the plains, but some, like myself, choose to remain in sigil. When I passed away, I was interred here, and later awoke in the state you find me in now. I then choose a new master, the Silent King, to defend. Okay.
I'm gone.
Sounds great.
Done. All right.
I need to find rats to murder and meat. I need both.
Done.
A little bit of both. Need to remember to start checking these skeletons and other dudes to make sure none of them have a unique name. Not like zombie or skeleton. Oh, hello. Hello, cast. The rot stink of this ancient-looking ghoul woman is nauseating, even from a distance. I think we've read that before. Sst! What have we here? Some pretty meat, eh? A little tough gristle. Sharpen me teeth on your bone and grow fat on your marrow, I had some questions. Who are ye to come before me like a feast? Answer, cast. I have no name. Then neither does a cast. I call ye Blooded One. Pray ye still have a name, and I will before I tear ye apart. Blooded One? Meat people to eat. Her yellow eyes peer intently at you through her ragged white hair. Yes. I had other questions. Why have I been made? Let's see. I'm not going to ask her those things. What are you doing here? We fight, win, and feed. Blooded ones such as ye become our food in the end. Ravenous hungers we have. Burn the stomach, never full. We hunger all the time, and here ye are. Hurry up and die, and be still. How did you come to be here? Wander catacombs, hunt and kill, crack open crypt and coffin, eat bones and dead flesh. Come here. Here, strange place. A cast. And here we have a problem with my throat giving me out. A cast stay among the weak, marrow-filled bones and herd of dead flesh. Can make noise, talk to them, and they talk back. So why have you not killed and eaten those undead then? A cast frowns. Not easy prey. They are not still like other bones and dead flesh are. They fight as pack, and many of them. Difficult to beat both. Weaker separates. Together strong, almost as strong as a cast. So we wait. What is it you wait for? Wait for weakness, yes. Wait to see how strong Silent King is, if he's stronger than a cast. Wait for herd of dead flesh to stop following marrow-filled bones. What will you do then?
Updated my
Would
journal.
eat all hungry, kill all small blood fur things, eat all rag-blooded beings in village, eat. Catacombs are full of feast. Hungry we are, hungry and eat. As she talks, she becomes more agitated. Sorry. Gnashing her teeth and spraying spittle. Let her rant. Oh god. I'm going to read her in a normal voice because my voice is starting to give out. Kill them all, accost wood, tear and rend, shred the herd of dead flesh, stupid, stupid cattle, slow and weak, fit only to eat and rend and tear, break and snap the weak bones, suck the marrow from their brittle bones, kill and eat them all. Accost want them to be quiet, still, dead, not talk and walk, die and be still so that it can be eaten, caught between the teeth, cracks their skull to suck forth their brain meat, then pull open their rib cage and devour the soft parts past the skin. Accost smashes a clawed fist into the ground, shattering the tiles in her rage. Hate them. Tell Accost, no, do not hunt the blooded men who scavenge and creep in the tombs. Do not kill blooded rats. Leave them be, and do not hunt, do not eat. Kill them all and silence them. She suddenly falls silent, her rage finally spent, the last echoes of her screaming dying away in the darkness. Give me things of value, and I will help you. Accost have nothing to give you except your life not eat. I have other questions. Have you seen a small bronze sphere around here? Accost shakes her head, lice dropping from her long white hair as it sways about. Accost opens many coffins, many tombs. Never seen such a thing. Who inhabits this place? Many wander these halls, yes, marrow-filled bones, herd of dead flesh. We, the blighted ones, all ruled by the silent king. She spits in disgust. Who tells us what to do, what not to do? Also the little tasties, blooded rats. Accost rubs her clawed hands together greedily. Blooded rats. Go, squeak, squeak, run into dark small tunnels when chased. Hard to catch. Snacks hard to get. Warm flesh, easy crunch in teeth. Many of them elsewhere. We go kill them and eat them all. Hunger go away with so many in belly, always watching us with red, juicy eyes and dark. That's the one in particular. The silent king. Unseen king and not silent. He say we do. Marrow-stuffed bones and herd of dead flesh obey him, no question. Accost not see, Accost only hear. One day I shall meet this one. Meet this one. Yes, Accost strong and silent one weak. We shall see who master. Tell me of your own kind. We are the blighted ones, yes. Accost and her lovely ghouls, her children always hungry. Tell me about the bones. The bones, the skeletons, weak, tired, too many centuries, too brittle. She snatches a bone off the floor, snapping it for emphasis. Weak! Dead don't fear, but the bones do. Afraid to die and be fed upon by Accost and blighted ones. Afraid to die? We dead now. Fear something bloodied ones think of, not dead ones. Actually, let's ask her about the herd of dead flesh. Makes noises like bloodied cattle and stink of rot and sweet stale juice. Accost licks her lips, sucking spittle between her teeth. She frowns and raises her arms and starts shambling about. Go, most of the time. Shamble, and stumble and work. Stupid food, stupid half-brain meat. Alright. I was hoping she would tell me where the rats were, but no luck there. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thanks, guys, again for watching. Sorry for my voice giving out near the end there, but I pretty much knew that was going to happen. At any rate, thanks again for watching. Leave your comments in the section below, and I will see you next time.